Racing League. This is the X3 race here at Singapore. We're just waiting on one or two drivers because there's 18 people. One driver, no, two drivers. The other Red Bull. Oh, looks like Michael is in the session. So you know, this is probably going to be safety car heaven, should I say? As you know, this track is quite challenging. It's basically the Singapore 2.0. So I mean, not Singapore, Monaco 2.0. So you know. And we actually have a new driver, Whippy Hale. He's replacing Kenzie Retro as he's some unforeseen circumstances. We have ES Fiend. I think I don't know whether he's full time now, but he might be a reserve. I know that Miler Time, he's very quick, but he's a reserve as well. XX Allen XX is a reserve as well, and we should have our full-time people now as well. So you know, we have a few reserves, and yeah, it should be good. Also another thing to look forward to is the so Joe Numo is here, so he's gonna get in the Red Bull. Alright, and alright, and so you know, this track, it can be very difficult as you know, X1, you know, not all of the leagues basically. It's like Monaco really, just not as tight. There's obviously a lot more yeah, without the walls really, and a lot more overtaking opportunities, so it's going to be difficult for the drivers, but let's hope that they can cope. Hope they can cope. That's funny. Alright, so XRL cookies in, so we have the full grid now, so we should be good to go. Just waiting on Fredders to tell us to ready up, and then we'll be get going for Q1. And another thing that we've added into XRL is the development league. It's not a league, well it is, but it isn't. It's short quali, if I can remember, and 50% race, and it's for all the reserves for all the reserves in total, and you know, that's going to be good because it's going to teach the reserves how to drive in okay, it looks like we're going now actually, and Freddie Watts is spectating. Who's he? Oh, he was in the development league. Yes. I'm not so sure he's meant to be in here though. Okay. Alright, so let's get going in Singapore. Turn 1's gonna be absolute AIDS. Woo. No, I'm not Kenzie. Stone. Stone. I don't want to hear that man's name ever again. Oh no. Alright. I'm gonna have to meet you in a minute. That's alright. Alright, so Q1 is obviously, as you know, 18 minutes, Q2 15. No, that is wrong. Q1 18 minutes, you know, that is right. Q2 15 minutes and Q1 12 minutes. So you know, Q1 should I say? No, wait, what? Am I doing it wrong? Q1 is 18 minutes. Yeah, Q1 18 minutes, Q2 12 minutes. No, I'm so fucked. Yeah, okay, so Q1 is 18, Q2 is 15, and Q3 is 12. Right, okay, I got it, thank God. Jesus, that was a ball ache. Alright, so I think you know, King Pleb, he missed the last race, I think, but deserved did well to get William some points. He's done very exceptionally well throughout the season, as he's got just pure pace. You know, I'm interested to see what miler time has got under his, you know, under his bonnet. I don't know, gearbox, whatever. You know, shut up. Alright, so I think that is XRL Cookie. No, it's actually Yohi. He's been very eager in qualifying the last few weeks, just to get out first, you know. And it ain't a bad thing to get out first around here, as oh, just binned it. Well, he hasn't binned it, he hasn't lost his wing. But oh yeah, I'm gonna have to get the track map up, that data fitted and best. Okay, so you know, obviously you do not want to start on softs at all in Singapore, but you do, but no, you don't, because they'll go within a few laps and then have to pit. And you know, so what I would personally do is I'll probably do like maybe mediums hards, but you know, I'm not really too sure. So yeah. So Yohi is going to be the first one to set a lap time around here. You know, we could have some people that we didn't really expect to be fast around here. So, you know, we could have maybe, I don't know, because all these guys are quick, but obviously not quick as some people are. Because, you know, some people are insane, like King Pleb. But, you know, could see someone like Yohi, he could get pole and stay there, or, you know, we're not too sure. I think XRL Rem, I think he's pretty good around here. I'm not too sure though. I haven't really spoke to him about this track. XRL Patriot, he's been doing pretty well as well. And haven't really spoke to anyone else really. It looks like Yahi's going in the pits. So I think the first person to set a lap time is going to be the Ferrari of Stumpy's team. Yeah, so you know, I love this track personally. It's one of my favourites on the calendar, with Monaco and Baku. So you know, it's one of my personal favourites. Obviously, I'd love to race it, but you know, we have the development league that I run in, and that helps the reserves have higher standards, and obviously I have other leagues that I go in, and yeah. So Stumpy's team, he has quite good pace actually. I think he didn't do that well in was it Hockenheim? I'm not too sure. But you know, Stumpy's team has potential for a good hot lap, but I'm not really too sure what he's like around here, as with any of the cars. So yeah, we could see anyone on pole today, you know. And to be honest, this track is not about pace. It's about staying out of collisions. You know, tires need to be well preserved if your tire wear is really bad. Yeah, just not really about pace, to be honest. Obviously pace comes into a good factor, but you don't really need it around here. Same with Monaco, to be honest. So Stumpy's team coming into the third sector now, should I say. First sector, probably one of the hardest sectors of the track, especially under the bridge. It's very easy to, you know, clip the wall there, but hopefully we don't see a few accidents there, as you know, it's kind of hard to move out the way for a full length F1 car. Oh, and he gets a 138.1. From what I've heard, I think people are getting 38, 37s and 36s. So, you know, yeah, as I just said, that EFC goes across the line and goes into first, snatches it off Stumpy's team. But, you know, I would like to see how Damien does, and I'm going to actually spectate miler time F1, as I know he is pretty quick. So, Alan goes into first with 137.9. I Yeah, okay, right. So mile time. Oh, goes into first one at 36.6. I think that is a great lap time around here. And we're gonna go to XRL Patriot. He's coming across the line now. Where's he gonna go? Oh, he's gonna go to 9th for 140.8. Can definitely improve on that time. Feathers has invalidated lap time. I think that's Cookie. No, it's not. It's his teammate. But he's set a lap time. We're gonna go to XRL Jaleb. Jaleb has done. I think he's okay with this track. I'm not too sure. I had a race with him last night in the F2 cars, and he did pretty well. Well, he did pretty well until people got in his way and he got run down from that sort of stuff. But he goes across the line, goes to 8 for 139.3. That is a good lap time from him. I think he may be able to improve on that, but as I said, I'm not really too sure about people around this track. Rem, should I say, goes into 3rd for 137.7. Great lap from him there. He was not set a lap time and is going to come. Okay, so Whippy Hale, he's the new full-time driver for Alfa Romeo. Excuse me. He places it in 9th. Excuse me, with a 138.7. That's a good start from the recent reserve to now the full-time Alfa driver. So we have King Club on an out lap, and we have Hot Majid on an out lap, and Yahi is on a hot lap. So, yeah, hopefully we can see some good times from King Club. I'm sure we will, no doubt about that. But, everyone has strong points and weakness. Oh, Alan has left. Hopefully you can get back in pretty soon, otherwise. Yeah, well, okay. As I was saying, everyone has strong points and everyone has weaknesses, so obviously you can improve on your strong points and improve on your weaknesses, but it's only a certain amount of things that you can do. So I'm gonna fastest car goes into 11th, 139.169. That is a improvement from his time, so that's always good to see that people are improving. So, whoa, what the hell? XRL Rem 2 seconds up. He's on a in lap. So we're going to spectate King Pleb, and then we're going to go to his teammate Hartman Judd. And Boovy's on an outlap on the mediums. Very interesting. You might just want a feel of the mediums. But if I'm not mistaken, you don't have to go on the tyres that you go on in Q3. I think it's Q2. I'm not too sure though. But if you're out in Q3 anyway, you get to fresh so it's basically alright if you're out in Q3, but obviously not, because you wanna go higher up, but everyone has their preferences. So as I said, week after week after week, this league is very, very respectful. People moving over to people. Well, that's mainly because actually we're gonna go to Camp Madrid because he's in front of King Club. But the league's very respectful. The leagues that I've been in the past not been as near respectful to this league, and the admins are doing very well running it. I mean, honestly, obviously people, sometimes, disappointed or just don't like certain things that are made. Oh, another thing that I've got to say, damage is on full now. It was on reduced, and now it's on full, so you can't really abuse that now. Common Jug goes into 14th. King Pleb goes into 2nd with 137.3. I think King Pleb might have a competitor here, as I think maybe mile time is a little bit faster. I may spectate XRL Patriot later if he's maybe got a faster lap time. Stumpy Stevens on his hot lap and King Pleb is on an in lap. So, I'm going to go to Boothie, see if we can put that Red Bull on the mediums. I think Boothie is pretty quick. From what I can remember, I mean, I do have really bad memory. So, if he puts it top 10, I'm going to be really surprised about that, especially on the mediums as well. obviously it's a slower tyre from the soft, so we'll see where he puts it. See, glad it is lap time, so I'm not going to go to him. Judd actually gets a purple sector 2, should I say? And honestly, I think a wheel really like gives you an advantage. It really helps with this track, as it's, you know, obviously quite twisty and turny, and you know, the smooth the smooth motions of the wheel also make it easier to control. And Alan's back in. Alright, good. Oh, Booby gets it in 15th. Not bad for the medium tyre. I think they probably might go maybe back out into the softs. I'm not too sure, but there's 7 minutes of Q1 remaining, so you know he still has a lot of time left on his hands. Stumpy Steam has improved on his lap time. We're going to spectate him only by a couple tenths of a second, but you know that could make the difference between Q7 and maybe Q7, P7 and P6, or maybe P6 and P5. So every improvement is a good one, and it looks like actually people are struggling with sector 2 because all the people that I've been watching have got purple in sector 2, so maybe some people are really struggling in sector 2 and not any other areas of the track. But as I said before, the track is a little bit, you know, if you go wrong you may go into the wall. If you save it, you might have a little wing damage. So you know, we're going to see if Stumpy improves his lap time here, maybe puts it into 6. Oh, he validated it. Oh no, I'm really unlucky. Stumpy. Enough Classic, he puts the Toro Rosso in 14th. That is a good lap from him. He may be able to improve on that, but you know, I'm not really too sure. Boovy's still in the mediums. Don't know oh, he's gonna start a hot lap. I have high hopes for XRL Cookie, as you know, I don't think I've raced with him, but from what I've heard, he's got good pace. So yeah, I just hope maybe you can pull off maybe a top 10, top 15. Oh, Feathers, what are you doing, man? So Feathers is actually still on a validated lap, and looks like a few. Oh, XL Rem is out. What has happened to him? And that is that's his teammate, Damien. And I know that he hasn't really had a lot of time to practice. As I've said in recent weeks, he's one of our NHS workers, so we're very proud for him. Excuse me. But yeah, he hasn't had a lot of time to practice, so I don't think he'll be getting outstanding results here. But you know, you can never know. You never know. So it looks like Boozy can't major extra picture Cookie. He's definitely going to set a better lap time than that. Damien and Feathers hasn't set a lap time, so Damien and Feathers haven't set a lap time yet. Damien's on his out lap, so he'll be soon setting a lap time. Yeah, so you know, miler time is actually going to be probably a competitor with King Pleb now. That I think, yeah, he's a reserve, but you know, he could get a full-time seat if he does well, beats clean, and obviously, you know, you want to be fast, but clean is more important than being quick. So if he's clean, then he may be able to get a full-time seat. You never know. Oh, that is Jeff. Oh, he's just slowing down a bit, I think. I'm gonna spectate Damien when he goes on his off his out lap. and maybe XRL Cookie as well. Damon's gone off his outlap, so I'm going to spectate him. Oh, goes a bit deep there, but you know, nice line. Oh, excuse me, didn't mean to do that. Right, so Beavy's on the softs now, so we should be able to get a way better lap time now. I think, you know, people who are getting 140s, 139s are really struggling with this track, I think. But as I said before, it is a hard track to get right. And Cookie actually puts it in 12th. I knew he could do a better lap time than that, and he proved it to me, so I've got high expectations for him. But obviously, it all comes down to the race. And the race result, obviously it's nice to get the fastest lap. I think it's like a couple of points for the fastest lap. Yeah. So Damon coming into the, well, what I think is one of the hardest parts of the track, and the little box section that I like to call it, because as you can see on the full number, looks like kind of like boxes, like half boxes, and yellow flag in sector 2, and come on Damien, oh, goes cross line into 19th, and definitely get a better lap time than that, so we'll see if he can improve. Fredders is now setting a lap time, so everyone should be able to set a lap time here. Boothie can definitely get a better lap time than that, can maybe put it in top 10 or definitely top 15. Can't my Judd, he's just out of, not going to get into Q2 if he can't improve. Yeah, so Whippet Hale, he's done well for his first first full-time race in the Alpha. XRL Cookie has as well. He's a reserve for Extreme 3. ES Fiend, he's done very good as well. Alan and Milotam have done well as well. So I think King Pleb may have Milotam and Alan to contest with in the race. Yeah, so hopefully we can get some good battles and stuff. Oh, lucky. Righty-ho then. Okay, so it is the end of Q1. We're gonna have 2 minutes to see if people can improve on their lap times. Oh, Damien spinned it. No, just caught that there. Come on, Boothie. Come on, lad. So he's got purple sector 2. I actually find this track not easy but not hard with a wheel, so it obviously does benefit it quite a bit, but you got to invest it into it. So, you know, I wouldn't just say to you guys, just buy a wheel, it's going to be better. No, it's going to take time and practice, but you know, if you're on a wheel and you have the money for it, get it. It's a good investment. So now Boothie coming to the end of his lap. Come on, you can get top 10, top 15 at least. Puts it into P9. Well done, man. I knew you could do better. And you're on the you're on the mediums. That's it. You're on the medium. So yeah, you could definitely do better than that. Jeff is oh yeah, XR Patriot being very respectful and moving out and trying to get back to the pit lane as he's run out of fuel. So Whippy Hale, he's really down on his time. We're gonna go to Joe Nemo. I think is Joe Nemo reserve? All right. Okay, so yeah. I don't know if Joe Nemo is a full-time driver or not, but no, he's done pretty well. To put it in 5th, Singapore as well. But he's had quite a few good results now, actually. So you know, we could see potentially quite a lot from him in these past in these couple of races to the near the end of the season. And yeah, so we're just waiting for Whippy Hale to get his car in the pits, and then we should be good to go. Okay, so Michael's informed me that Joe is a full-time driver. Sorry for that, Joe, if you're watching this back later or now. So yeah, I mean, Joe has been good the past couple of races, from what I can remember. And you know, I think King Pleb may have his consecutive. No, he's not consecutive, because no, he is, but you know. Mile time may be quicker than him, so could see a new dominant person kind of thing, you know what I mean, in the yeah, in the #1 spot in qualifying all the time. So I mean, King Plumber, he's had exceptionally quick lap times recently, so you know, practice does make perfect. Alright, so it actually looks like XRL Patriot, who's in the party here, is going to actually help me with comms in Q2 and Q3, just so, and then obviously he's going to have to jump back in the race, but yeah, thank you for joining me, Patriot.
Alright, it's a pleasure to be in here. It looks like Q1 qualifying was very interesting. Stepping through into Q2, it looks like we're going to have Miller Time F1, XRL Jaleb, Joe Numo, Stumpy Steam, Retro Rixie, Enough Classic, XRL Remixo, King Pleb, XRL Snake, El Yoy, XRL Cookie, ES Fiend 17, Boothy, Whippy Hale, and Allen coming into Q2, fighting for those very important 10 remaining qualifying spots going into Q3. What are your thoughts on who we're going to see potentially passing into Q3 based on what you've seen so far?
I think Mile Time, he's super quick. You know, I didn't know that he was super quick. As you know, I haven't really seen him race at all. I don't think I've seen him race. Well, he's a reserve, but I think this is the first reserve race. If I can, don't count me on that at all. But you know, he has the potential to be very, very quick, and he is. So, you know, if you can practice on the tracks, you know, because as a reserve, you don't know if you're going to be in that seat or if you're not. But it's always good to get practice, even if you're not going to be in that seat or if you don't know.
And you know that's exactly right, because these reserve drivers are fighting for a limited number of full-time driver seats that are going to come open. So it's that much more in their interest to be as competitive as possible and show us what they're capable of vying for those 1 or 2 seats that invariably come open at the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we love to give seats out. Well, not give out seats, but you know, make people not earn for the seat, but you know, have a seat, because you know, for some people, league racing is an escape and a way out. So
you're absolutely
you know,
right.
if you do good, if you practice and you do get a seat, then and if there is an escape or way out for you, then it'll be great, because you'll have loads of fun. You know, you'll make new friends along the way, and you'll have a great time racing. So you know.
Absolutely, it's just about having a good time and doing something we love. But the most important thing I feel like is that if you are going to be a league racer, the most important thing is to race cleanly, because too often we see a lot of turn 1 incidents that can potentially destroy not only that P1 driver's race, plus it's very easy to take out the entire field. So you just constantly have to be cognizant of what's around you. Track position. It's not so much looking out for yourself; it's also looking out for yourself and the other driver at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, also you got to look out for your teammate. You got to talk about strategies and when you're going to pit.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
You know, league racing isn't always just a selfish sport. It's always about communicating you know, your teammates, you gotta work together, otherwise, you know, it's not gonna work out.
Yeah.
Or it might work out, but it might be a really bad position. So
And there's also a saying that's also important in F1. It's to finish first, you must first finish. So that kind of brings with it the mentality: drive to arrive, drive to survive.
yeah, I mean, yeah. So I'm spectating Milo time right now as he's gonna cross the line. I think
Oh, and
Snake's gonna get that
actually,
snatched off of him. Wow,
yep,
level
close to
1,
136.
36.6. As I said before, he's exceptionally quick. But I think after this, he's gonna go into the pits. Am I right to say that if you were in Q3, you don't use them tires? You only use the ones from Q2 to start the race. Am I
Absolutely,
correct or no?
absolutely.
Ah,
Yes,
right.
because the pull through P10, it's actually a league requirement, as well as I believe a real world F1 requirement that you must start on the tires that you qualify on. It looks like we have a
Yeah.
yellow flag. Let me see if I can track down where that caution flag's come out at.
It's probably just people moving over, as I said before, you know, this league is
And
very,
it's
very,
saying
very
it's in the
respectful.
yeah, it's in the middle of sector one. We have gone back to green flag conditions. Not sure who can, not quite sure who came off. See if we can figure that out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, right, with qualifying, you want people behind you, but you don't, because, you know, the slipstream and the tow, you want to help out your teammates, obviously, but you don't really want to help out others, so, you know, some people move by to just not let that happen.
Yeah. And it also looks like most of the field now has made the transition over to a medium tire, potentially looking ahead to Q3, at
Mm.
which point you will be locked into the tires you have for the race. Oh, Miller time having a big slowdown. Coming into the back half of sector 3. Not sure if he had a bad entry into, it
Oh,
looks like
looks like
turn 9.
Stumpy's come off.
Yeah,
Stumpy's got a
Stumpy's
win,
come off at
got no
the
win.
entrance to sector 3.
Oh no, wait, he did have a win. Sorry about that. As I said before, this track is technically difficult, and you know, I like to think of this track as Baku. You know, the castle
Ab-
section. If you don't think
Absolutely,
about it, you
absolutely.
won't make a mistake. That's what I personally feel about this track. Don't overthink about it, as you're gonna think, oh, I got a break now. Oof, oh no, oh, I just slipped, I just went off and lost my wheel. You know, so don't overthink it. You can think about it, obviously, because you're gonna have to, but don't overthink it.
Yeah, because F1 is F1 is just as much. F1 is just as much a test of driving ability as well as mental ability. Because it's especially on a track like Singapore, is the smallest of mental mistakes can have a big effect on the end result of your race. You've always got to keep a strong mental game, as well as track awareness, the tuning of your car, and just there's so many things that factor into a race. It's impossible to go down to just simply go down the list and say, hey, it's this,
Mm.
this, and this. There are so many things going through a driver's mind in every turn. There's actually a statistic that per an average F1 lap, a driver will typically make between 40 and 70 gear changes per time around the track. So it's really and truly a lot to think about. Couple that with having to think about all the other drivers on track, as well as your position and strategy. It's absolutely mind-boggling. So it's really a testament to each and every driver in this league that of just simply all the things that you have to think about. Just just
Yeah.
race per
Oh
race.
wow, King Crab's actually DNF'd, so that's a big blow for him. And yeah, you gotta have the mindset for league racing.
Oh,
And
absolutely, absolutely.
it's mentally challenging, so you got to put up with that. And I'm actually quite amazed that Stumpy Stevenson put the Ferrari in fourth, and Jaleb's in ninth, so he'll be going into
Well,
Q2 if no one knocks him off.
Well, let's take a look real quick at the separation between between P4 and P8. We're seeing a separation of about 6/10 of a second between P4 and P8. I think that might be one of the competitive notches for today's races at that little 138 to 139 time band. I think we're going to see a lot of competition in there as well as P1 through P3, as we're looking at we're looking at that mid 136 to mid 137 swath of times, and anything from P9 on down is going to be honestly, I think, going to be open season. It'll be really hard to it'll really be hard to call who are mid. I'll just for sake of simplicity, I'll call it our the mid-pack battles. I think are what's going to be interesting today, because P1 through P3, I think, are away with it today based on the times I've seen so far.
Yeah, I think it is. I think Milo time. I think it's going to be like Iki Sam at Monza. He was pulling away massively at Monza. Oh, King Pleber's left, but. EK Sam, he was gaining and gaining and gaining and gaining, so literally second place couldn't keep up, and obviously the safety car happened and all this and all that, and he lost it. But
and a big thing too to be is never count on the lead that you have in an F1 race, because you could be 10 to 12 seconds ahead of the pack, and then you just have that little mental mistake that can very easily take you from P1 to the midfield or back in the pack as quickly as you can blink. I mean, that's how critical and how quickly things happen.
yeah, I mean, literally, like, yeah, just anything can happen in a split second. You could be last and feeling, oh, I'm not gonna get out of last now, am I? You could have a major wreck, and you could be maybe like 18th or something. I don't know. But,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And just you just keep your head up. This track is difficult, and I'm gonna say it again and again. This race, this track is hard. Don't, obviously, if you know that you can do better, it's okay. But if you're doing bad and you're pushing your hardest to do good, it's okay. This track is difficult, and there's a lot of places to slip up. So you could be in second, and the race leader could be, maybe 20 seconds in ahead, but there's a lot of places to slip, so he could maybe spin or break his wing and have to pit, and then you'd be in first again. So it's always a mental mindset for any race going into it.
And now that being said, one thing I want to talk about really briefly as well is some of the rule changes that have been implemented for Singapore. We're actually now, we had previously been running reduced damage. We have now gone to, because of the amount of turn one and first half of the lap race incidents that we've seen. The XRL Council did make the decision to go to full damage for all league races now, as well as instituting much harsher penalties for turn one as well as lap one incidents. Also coupled with the fact that we do now have a new set of rules regarding retiring on track. If you retire on track or otherwise, or even go into the pits and retire without a justifiable reason, you are facing very strict penalties from the league administrators now. And I think part of the motivation with that was designed to encourage drivers to push despite their circumstances and help promote a little bit more competition within the league. And personally, I'm all for it, because I think that helps foster a much better racing environment.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay if you're at the point, it's about your contribution from the race.
Oh, and Joe Numo has come out apparently in P5.
No.
I'm now seeing him grade out. He had posted a 138.353. I'm assuming he thinks that time is going to hold up.
The fourth. Oh my God! Great lap from him there. 137.8.
And Miller time is still holding solid on that 138 and 136.654. ES Fiend with a 137.381. Allen not much more than a tenth of a second behind him with a 37.438. Remixo with a 137.882. So we could see some competition for pole through P4 now with that spread of times, and it's looking right now with less than 1 minute to go in qualifying that our pass through to Q3 is going to be Miller time, ES Fiend, Allen, XRL Remixo, Stumpy Steam, Joe Numo, Retro Rixie, XRL Snake, El Yoy, and Enough Classic are going to be our P1 through P10 going into qualifying Heat 3. In the drop zone, we have XRL Jaleb, XRL Cookie, Whippy Hale, King Pleb, and Boothy. They've got less than 30 seconds now to go in qualifying. We'll see if one of them can possibly oust Enough Classic out of that P10 slot to make it into Q3 qualifying.
I think Boothy's gonna just about set a lap time here, and I know he's pretty quick, so we'll see where he goes. And he goes into 7th!
It's bad. Boothy has shown a history of being at the bottom of the pack and then pulling some pretty amazing rabbits out of his hat. It looks like he's done so again. So it's looking like El Yoy, XRL Cookie, Enough Classic, and XRL Jaleb will be in the drop zone and eliminated going into Q3 qualifying.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Boothy, I think every qualifying he's waited till the last minute and then literally pulled a whale out of a hat.
and again, that's a testament. That's a testament to everything we've been talking about in Q2 about how you never know what's going to happen from lap to lap. So the most important thing is just to stay in it, push, and do everything you can to improve your times.
Yeah, and you know, this race is going to be very, very unpredictable. It could be green to green, it could be 1 safety car, 2 safety cars, 3 safety cars, how many other safety cars there is. But, you know, yeah, just be careful, honestly, just please be careful. Like, that's all I ask. Like, you know, turn 1, just, you know, obviously don't like back off so much that the car behind you hits you, but just back off. Don't try to, as I say every week, don't try to win it on the first lap. Obviously, you know, oh, I forgot what I was gonna say.
We've seen it too many times in league races where a driver has an opening to push that might not necessarily be the best situation in which to push. They've pressed for position, and they've ultimately either caused it or put themselves in a worse position. There's a it holds especially true in the racing times. Discretion is the better part of valor, and it's always good to know when to push and when not to. And that's something that as you progress through F1 and you progress through league racing, you learn to identify what those situations are and make the best decision possible considering your on-track circumstances. So it's critical that any driver be constantly aware of that.
Alright, so looks like we're waiting for Ricky Hale to get his car into the pits. Oh, as I just said that. And we're going to go into Q3 now, so obviously it's a top 10 that goes into Q3, so El Yahi, Cookie, Enough Classic, Pleb, and King Pleb are out. And looks like top 10 is going to go into Q3, so Mile time is probably going to be my favourite for getting pole, but you never know.
Yeah, well, it'll be really interesting to see how Q3 develops, and the drivers, whatever tire selection they make for Q3 will be the same tires that they start on in the race. So far, we haven't seen too much through Q1 and Q2 in the way of racing it. And I can English today, I promise. We haven't seen too much in the way of racing incidents, so it's looking like we'll have a pretty clean race. And again, those rule changes partly responsible for that. All right, we have now officially started Q3. It's a 12-minute session with our top 10: Miller Time, Joe Numo, Stumpy Steam, Retro Rixie, XRL Remixo, XRL Snake, ES Fiend 17, Boothy 116, Whippy Hale 17755, and Alan getting ready to pull out. It looks like XRL Snake is going to be the first one out, followed by Alan and ES Fiend, and drivers very quickly coming out. Stumpy Steam now on his outlap as well.
Okay, so obviously you'll probably want to get out first here, as 12 minutes. You think it's a lot, but it really isn't, to be honest. And this track is pretty long, so what I would personally do if I ever got into Q3, which would probably be never, to be getting out first and not leaving it to the last minute.
Exactly, and you're absolutely right, because this is the most critical section of qualifying. This is going to determine your position on the grid. And it's kind of interesting to mention that the Formula One 3-heat qualification setup is actually designed to favor the best drivers on track with the fastest times, and it stacks the field in such a way as to promote a lot more competition between the front of the field, midfielders, and the back markers as well. Just a pretty, for the most part, a pretty even distribution in their respective areas of the field. It just promotes a lot more competition, I feel like.
Alright, so XRL Snake is going to be the first person set on lap time, and then it's going to be Retro Rixie, and then I think that is ES Fiend. Let me just check. No, it's going to be Alan, ES Fiend, Stumpy Steam, Miller, Myler, Whippy Hale, and then Boovy. So I think we have a few people in the pits, like 3. So they'll probably come out soon, and I'm just going to spectate Snake and see what he does.
I think what they're waiting for is just for a little bit, just a touch more rubber to be laid down on the track before they go out and try to post those times. Just kind of give them a little indication of how the rest of the field is running, which is actually a really smart strategy. A lot of the time you see, especially the inexperienced drivers, wanting to be the first ones out onto the track, and by doing that, they're actually kind of cheating themselves in a way, because they're running on somewhat of a cold track with not a lot of rubber laid down, so naturally the grip levels are going to be somewhat less than they would be after the track's had a chance to be run in just a little bit.
Yeah, and obviously that can cause spins and wings to be broken, so you obviously don't want that when you're in Q3, because there's obviously not a lot of time. So yeah, time's crucial in Q3.
All right, and on board here with Miller Time, looks like he's got a hell of a heater of a lap going on right now. Just very smooth through every turn that we've seen so far. It'll be interesting to see what lap time he posts as he gets ready to make the transition into Sector 3, coming down into I believe it's turn 8. Into turn 8, make the transition into turn 9. Coming through to turn 10.
Oh, wow.
Still running time. And Alan has posted a 136.264. Absolutely amazing from him.
Wow, what a lap time from him. I don't think that's going to get beat.
Yeah, he has definitely got his Jesus moccasins on today, as he has walked on water to get that 136.264. Absolute stunning time. But not too
Yeah,
far behind
well,
is Miller time with a 136.357, and Boothie is looking at a 137.260, followed very closely by Whippy Hale, less than 2 tenths behind with a 137.368. His next closest competitor is about 3 tenths of a second off the pace, and that's ES Fiend with a 137.760, followed by 2 tenths behind with a 137. And XRL Remixo to post a lap time. We do have a caution flag on track, and it looks like we had Whippy has come off in at the tail end of Sector 1 entrance to Sector 2.
See how smooth he is through the corners. I know that, you know, he's been doing pretty well recently, from what I can remember. You know, and yeah, so let's hope we can get a good lap time in, and obviously starting in the top 10 is good anyway. So, you know, if you're in Q3, you're not gonna win in like you're gonna win as in gonna win the race, but you're gonna win as in you might have a good start. If you get what I mean.
And again, that's just a testament to the ability of these Formula One drivers. Just everything that goes into everything that you do in the cockpit is just so critical. So it's important. It's important to have that really polished, really refined skill set in order to be competitive. And nearly everyone in the XRL leagues has that ability. It's just a matter of repetition, just constantly refining your abilities and pushing to be the best that you can.
Yeah, I mean, you know, if you want to be fast, you got to practice. You know, how do you think esports drivers got there? They practice for hundreds and hundreds of hours, perfecting every corner, perfecting every brake zone, so that you can turn all assists off. And you know, actually, Bang has not got a right end plate anymore. Let's see if he can just finish his lap. But you know, just hours and hours of practice makes a difference over time. Trust me.
Absolutely. And
And
speaking of time, it looks like we may have our first real world F1 race coming up here shortly. I believe at Austria. I believe they were slating for the middle to end of June for the Austrian Grand Prix. So it'll actually be exciting. We drivers can finally get our real world fix.
yeah, I mean, I've missed it so much. I didn't realize how hooked I was to F1 when this season didn't get away straight away. So, you know, it's just, oh, you know, the world throws stuff at us and we overcome it. You know, it's just the way it is.
I'll be honest. I cried a little bit when the F1 season didn't start as predicted. I cried like a baby.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna be very honest here. I haven't been interested in F1 for a long period of time, about a year or so. You know, some people have been, you know, doing it for like 20 years, but obviously I'm not that old. I'm 14, so you know. But you know, I love F1. It's just the pace of the cars, how quick they can go, how light they are, how much skill it takes, you know. And even with the esports, you know, it still takes a lot of skill to, you know, post good lap times. So, you know, everything is practice and effort.
Absolutely. I mean, we're 100% agreeing. You're preaching to the choir here. But, you know, it's things like that. That's what makes F1 so great as a sport. It's just seeing the sportsmanship, the racecraft, everything that goes in. It makes it that much more enjoyable to watch. We're getting right down to the last 3 minutes of qualifying, so very shortly I'm going to jump out of here, get back into the pits and get ready for this race. But it's been a pleasure commentating with you through Q2 and Q3. Just gotta get the mindset right for race time.
Thanks, bro. That is a massive help. And good luck for the race.
Alright, thank you very much, and I will see you after the race.
See you after the race. Alright, so XRL Rem, come on, post a lap time, boy. Post a good one as well. And we have 3 people on out laps, leaving it a little bit late. But as Patriot said before, you want to get the temperature of the track up very nicely. And what? Oh, it's doing that thing again with the track map. Yeah, it's not saying if people have invalidated lap times or not. But I'm gonna jump on board with Retro Richie and then maybe go to Joe Numo. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Joe Numo, then Stumpy Steam, as they have currently not set a lap time. But it's an achievement to get into Q3. It's a badge you honour, as you know, 10 drivers, 20 people. So you know, are trying to get into Q3, and not many of them do, and like half the grid don't. So it's also an achievement to get into Q3, and obviously you want to strive to be the best that you can be. So, and is that? Oh, I think it was just a glitch. What do is a yellow flag in the pit, the first DRS zone. Should I say? Oh, Retro. Oh wow, Retro Richie has ABS off, so obviously you can lock up. But what I think about assists, if you can take them off, take them off. They make you so quick. They can make you, you know, really better at the game, because then you'll learn the braking zones. You'll learn not to turn in while braking. So you know, and it looks like Retro Richie is actually not looking at it very much, so that's a good achievement for him. Really? Thanks, man. That's good to hear. Oh, and Retro Richie going to fifth. I'm a dummy with a 137.2, and you know, it's very close in Q3. It looks like it's the end. Come on, Joe. Oh, he's 7th. Come on, you can be better than that. You can maybe go top 5 if you really push it. And Snake. Oh, somebody seems not set a lap time. I don't think he'll get to set a lap time either. And XRL Rem hasn't. But you know, top 10's pretty good to be in. So, you know, obviously you want to be first, but no one can. Not everyone can be first. You got to be exceptionally quick. Obviously, with Alan and Myler in to be in first, but you know everyone has the potential to be fast, and just go get it. So I'm gonna go to Joe Numo and see if we can. Oh no, he's got plus 16, but that might be a glitch. I'm still gonna spectate him, and actually, no, he's definitely not improved his lap time. Retro Richie hasn't either, so you know, I think Retro Richie and Joe Numo will be staying in 6th and 7th for the race. 6th and 7th is a pretty good place to be on the grid in Singapore, as it is a pretty technical track, and I think the top 5 will probably, you know, be. I mean, I know Boovy and ES Fiend are very respectful and you know, very clean. So hopefully they'll give room on the start. And, hopefully we'll get a good start. That's a bit weird. Yeah. I mean, it's unfortunate that XRL and XRL Stumpy didn't get times, but you know, XRL was just off posting a time, didn't really time it right, and Stumpy didn't really. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of not, I wouldn't say dive bombs as such, but yeah, dive bombs, but without contact. You know, there's gonna be a lot of good overtakes here, and hopefully someone doesn't ready up. I'm praying that someone doesn't ready up. But we should have a 5-minute break. And yeah, so yep. Yeah, just no one be an idiot, please. It's just basic common sense, isn't it? Not to ready up. The admins have told you. You should have read the rules. If you didn't, then it's your problem, not mine, 'cause I read them, and I'm not racing, so I can't ready up. That's the perks about being a commentator. You can't get a race or quali ban. Oh, shit. Oh. Righty ho then. So, no, Alan is in first, and I seriously can't believe he got a faster lap time than Milo. But obviously, you know, Alan can have good pace. But as I said before, this track is not about pace. It's about getting through, moving through carnage, and staying out, out, not out the, yeah, staying out the way of people, of like crashing people, and not trying to get ring damage, because ring damage around here is absolutely horrible, as I've witnessed it in, witnessed it. Mm. Especially with no wing. If you got a little bit of damage, it's alright. No wing, oh my gosh, you cannot turn at all. Okay, so dry track conditions for the whole race. So that should be good, you know. I had to witness this track in the rain, and it was bad at the start, but once you got used to it, it's okay. But when it started drying out, that's when you need to know whether to switch to keep on the wets, or go to the intermediates, or go to the softs. You never know. But yeah, I just wish all you guys the best, and obviously don't be stupid. Right, looks like we're readying up now. We got the go ahead from Fradders. So, you know, your boy is gonna slide. I bet, right? I bet, Can't My Judge is gonna slide into the DMs of Damien. Yeah, yeah, he is. Yeah, totally. I don't know what I just said. I'm such a weirdo. Okay, right. So, um. Okay, so looks like a lot of people are readying up now, so it looks like no one is AFK, which is very good. And 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go here at Singapore for Extreme Free Racing League. And wow, XRL Alan gets a great start there. We looks like there's no contact, so that's very good. From the start here, Joe Numo is up, and I'm gonna have to work my bum off at the start here because I think there's gonna be a lot of overtakes. Whippy Hole Hale goes into third. That is very good from him. Retro Ricks in fourth. He's got XRL Snake right on the back of him now. XRL Ren makes a great move on a Boovie into 8th place, and oh, I think that is. Oh my gosh, Damien! Holy moly, I'm gonna have to record. Oh no, I can't. I'm on stream. Damn it. Damien just literally dive bombed everyone. And that's what I said, don't do. And he did it, you stupid dummy. I shouldn't say that, that's a bit rude, but. Now King Flood is out, he's not going to be very happy with that. He's going to be absolutely fuming. Damien's got massive ring damage, and yeah, I think we're going to have to see a few pits. And we have a virtual safety car already. Lap 1. Come on, guys. Really? You had to do it. You had to do it. But, yeah, come on, guys. Just, you know, just don't make stupid actions. You know, just chill out. Chill. Take a chill pill. Hopefully we don't get the real safety car. Just, you know, just take the chill pill, calm down. Okay, so we're going green again. Yay! So, the closest battle so far. No, that's the leader. Oh my god, I am such a dummy. Oh, Retro Rixie. He's going to get a good exit out of that last corner. He's going to try and go down inside. Oh, just make it stick though. XRL Patriot, he goes, oh, yeah, XRL Patriot goes into 13th on the hards. You know, that is a good place to be right now, as anything could happen. Fastest Cargo is right on the Classics gearbox. Is it always going to make a move? Is he going to make it stick though? That is the question of the day. He does! Wow, great move from Fastest Cargo there. And a lot of people pitting now for the lap 1 incident. The closest battle so far is XRL Snake and Retro Rixie. XRL Snake really going behind Retro Rixie here to try and make a move. I don't think he'll make a move going into the hairpin, but he may be able to get a better exit to get a good overtake on the straight. Doesn't, unfortunately, and I'm gonna have to go to no, this is the cut. No, it's not. Fastest Cargo. Excuse me, I'm severely rude. Fastest Cargo and Yuhi are very close together. It was at Monza, I think. Fastest Cargo is very quick and Yuhi is on the hards. So I think Fastest Cargo will maybe have his work cut out of him to get past Yuhi, as I think Yuhi is pretty good at defending, and he's gone into 10th position, which is very good from him. We're going to go to Joe Newman and ESV. Joe Newman, I love that camera view. Oh my god, I'm drooling. Joe Newman and ESV are very close together, within 300 of a second of each other. So I think Joe Newman may be able to make a move on ESV. Oh no, he doesn't into that corner, but he may do later. They might have a better run on ES15. Fastest, oh my god, fastest cargo just got past Yohi. Well done for that move, and Yohi actually defended pretty well there, so well done to Yohi. You kept him off, and oh no, what has happened? That is Joe Allen. Joe Allen, what have you done? Has he got safety car? God damn it! Why am I getting this? Oh, it's just all of his wing. No, I didn't get to see what happened there, unfortunately. But yeah, Alan is definitely gonna have to pit after that. So we're gonna have a safety car. Maybe the people on the sauce could go into mediums. I'm not too sure. I really don't know what strategies are in this track, to be honest with you. But I know them softs are gonna be dead in the field lap, so we're gonna have to watch out for that. Lap 3, and we've had a virtual safety car and a safety car, so not going too well, I would say myself. And yes, my last time is going into the pits. So is Whippy Hale, so they may be going for hards. And a lot of people like to go into the pits now, so they may be going for hards or to go to the end, which I would rate that, you know. Odds, probably the best bet. Retro Richie is in first. Wow, the safety car has really paid off for him here. Oh, that was a bit of lag. I don't know whether that was my connection or just the connection of Retro. Why is my mic doing this? Stop. Okay, so Retro Richie's in first, XRL Snake in third, and Joe Numo in third. Wow. Retro Richie, you've done pretty well, mate, to get into first, and hopefully the safety car can come in soon, because obviously I really don't like this. I do like the safety car, but I don't like it because, you know, it's slow, it takes forever, and you know, I want to get up to high speed, 200 miles an hour, massive overtakes, you know. That's just what I like to see. So I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nearly half of the grid are on. Well, 8 people are on mediums, and the rest of the grid are on hards. You know, I wouldn't blame you going on hards. As you know, they are definitely gonna. Are they gonna make it to the end? They probably will. But you know, safety car is the best time to do it. The mediums are pretty good around here, I would say, and the hard will maybe go to the end. I'm not too sure if they will or not, but hards are a good bet for, you know, safety car and all that stuff. So hopefully we're gonna see Damien catch back up, and then we're gonna get going. Well, that depends if when the safety cars are gonna come in. If Damien can catch back up before the safety car goes in. Oh wow! Wait, let me check. Let me actually go to detail. I'm going to position change. XRL Patriot is up 11 places. That is a great stuff from him. Now 12 because he's overtaking someone in the pits. Fastest car goes up 12. Ooh, Allen's down 12. That is not very good from him, but he could pull it back. You never know. And you know, we've had some massive drop downs. Yikes! Yeah, 6, 12, 6, 6, 6, 4, 4. Yeah, I mean, just, you know, it's also not gone. Well, it may have gone through, but oh, Atlanta Racing Strange. He's gonna join me in commentary box. Yeah, let's go, boys. Come on. Alright, let's invite him. Hopefully we can get him in the commentary box. Please. I'm so on a second commentator right now. Atlanta! How you doing, buddy?
Or commentator, should I say.
Whoa,
yeah,
I'm actually...
Yeah, I'm actually looking into y'all's race right now to help you out for the rest.
Thank cars, literally, like, there's so many people and I just can't do it. It's just so draining. Alright, so we've had a virtual safety car, and obviously the safety car's still on now. I think the safety car was caused by Damien. I'm not, you know, putting any red flags or blaming you.
You guys at Bahrain?
No, we're at Singapore.
Singapore. Got it.
Shall I invite you? Do you want me to invite you? Oh, I can't even invite
Yeah,
you.
I'm actually in the race.
Oh, right, okay. Good,
Yeah, I
good,
see the
good.
pace cars on the track right now.
Yeah, so, guys, if you don't remember, this is Atlanta. This is me. What am I doing? Atlanta, meet the viewers, even though you can't see them and I can't see the chat because I haven't got a chat screen yet, but that will come in time. And Retro Richie put it in first place, which I'm very happy for him. We had a outstanding lap here of a 1:36.2 by Alan. He got involved in the incident and dropped back a lot.
Oh man.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate for him. But we're seeing now lots of people pitting for hards, and that is probably a good shout. I'm not gonna lie. As the hards now will probably go to the end. I'm not too sure. Yeah. So, do you want to take over?
Well, yeah, I see the
Atlanta?
pace car on the track. Yeah, just waiting. You know, this is my second race, so the more I do, the more I can get into it. But anyways, I know Retro Rixie, he was doing great last race I did.
Yeah.
And so was Joe Numos. So I'm excited to see some of these guys to get up to the top. Oh, I greatly appreciate it. I've got my mic I'm using for my headset is just like a $40 Turtle Beach, but my streaming mic is a Blue Yeti. It's one of the podcaster editions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I got really lucky at Micro Center. They had accidentally sold the cheaper one for more expensive, so I got the more expensive one for cheaper. If that makes sense. Oh, cool.
Alright.
Cool.
So,
I appreciate it, man.
what was I gonna say? I can't remember. No, can't remember. Cannot remember. I am stupid. Okay. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Damien didn't dive bomb. He's just texted me now and he said, a car ghosted through him and it was lagging all over the track. I don't know who that was, but obviously, you know, it obviously wasn't his fault, and you know, you can't help it. If someone's lagging, Not everyone has stable connect. Well, not everyone has good connection. Ooh,
yeah, you know, I know that some of these drivers are in the UK and some of the drivers are in the United States, so that's definitely going to come into play when it comes to connection issues. You gotta think this connection is traveling the whole Atlantic Ocean.
People are overtaking as they go back to green racing here, and you know, it's gonna be
man, another yellow flag right there in sector 1.
And Cookie. No, so two of them got caught up and went into the wall.
Oh no, there's another crash.
No, where? What? Oh, Retro Richie!
Oh, I'm so sorry. There we go. Excuse the graphic that was being shown for a little bit. That was for another series. You are watching the XRL League here live at Singapore for F1. Sorry to cut you off there, as I accidentally realized I had the wrong graphic.
It's alright. I'm streaming as well, so we'll have 2 streams. I'll have obviously the full thing, and you'll have the race.
Yeah.
But it doesn't really matter.
I think it's cool to have 2 streams going because viewers can switch in between. Yeah, you get 2 perspectives, exactly. As we see XRL Snake and Joe Numo fighting it out for first place. Joe Numo is slowly gaining on that first place. We see him taking away almost 0.2 of a second here. Around every turn, he's slowly catching up. When that DRS zone does become activated, if he stays within this interval, he'll be able to go.
Yeah, and Milo time is seriously catching up now. Obviously, he pitted on the safety car. Oh no, that Sumpy Steve, he's gone around. As I said before, this track is unforgiving. If you do, if you do a little bit wrong, it's gonna go. You right, Patriot? What's up? Oh,
man.
Lost the end plate. Yeah, you've lost the left end plate. Oh, unlucky. So, oh no, again!
Oh
Alden
no!
has gone round again. He collided with
And a lot of debris on the track as well.
Yeah, I mean, that was full damage. Can you get punches and full damage, Patriot? I think you can. And fastest cargo. I don't think that was actually. Yeah, fastest cargo's car is actually off. And he's got a grey X and actually brake check XRL Patriot. So now his race is basically ruined because of a AI car. You know, you can't people dropping out, but come on, seriously. Our standards of racing since Monza has dropped massively. You can do better than this, folks. Come on. Right.
Well, you know, it looks like right now it's just a big battle between XRL Snake and Joe Numo, as they are both headed into pits. Gonna get a quick change of the tires and fix any problems, and we'll be ready to go as XRL Rim is going to be your new leader.
How is Yoki in second? He's had a great drive today, and those cars will definitely get to the actually the 8 laps old. Will the no safety car? God's sake, man. So people are diving into the people are diving into the pits now. To obviously change tires, maybe going to hard, get new mediums, all that sort of stuff. And XL Rem is on top. So if you could win this, it'll definitely be a massive confidence boost for him.
Yeah, definitely would. And looks like the pace car is out once again, going to be getting these guys in order. And unfortunately for the leaders, they went into pits, but they had a huge lead before that. It looks like they are going to end up in, what, 10th and, well, I don't know. 10th place is where Joe Numo is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, Joe did very well in qualifying, got up to like second, and then all this happened. So unfortunate, but hopefully, and XR Patriot as well, he did very well. He gained like 12 positions or something like that. That was amazing from him.
Yeah.
But you know, fastest cargo's AI car did it again, and week after week we've had AI cars that have been in the race and have messed people's race up. So hopefully XR Patriot today can get in the points and score some points for drivers championships and constructors. And also Retro Ricky.
Yeah, very unfortunate for some of those guys.
Right, so we're waiting on Stumpy's team. He's gone on a soft. That's a very interesting move from him. No soft will not last you long, Stumpy, but that's your decision. Cookie's gone into the hards. That's a good decision from him. Retro Rixie has Fastest Cargo has gone on hard, that's good. Alan Patriot Snake, I've gone on fresh mediums. The mediums may go to the end. I'm not too sure if they will. Obviously, it depends on, okay, Fastest Car goes back in. It depends obviously on your driving style. Me personally, I am very conservative with my tyres. Even though I don't realise it, I'm very conservative. And some people aren't, so, you know. And Patriot is now in 12, so 2 more places and he'll be in the points. So come on, Patriot, you can do it, man.
Well, the thing is you've seen, a lot of times all over the motorsports world where drivers, especially in races in Indy, F1, NASCAR, they will be at the back of the pack saving those tires and fuel, and then when everybody else goes in the pit, they'll have just enough to get there at the front. So it's a pretty good strategy. It leaves you, at the back and out of everybody else's eye. You're not going to probably get as many wrecks unless you've got somebody just wrecking everybody out, but we will see as the pace car should be coming off here soon. XRL Rim and XXEI Yoi going to be in first and second place with ES Fiend in third.
I love how you say XXEI Yoi.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how.
It's just L Yoi. Just call him Yoi.
Okay,
it's like
that.
usually with like all the names, so all safety cars in this, that's good. You can say with XRL Rem, you can just say Rem, or with ES Fiend, you can just say ES, or Boovy, you can say Boovy, or XRL Jaleb, you can say Jaleb, but I say XRL Jaleb.
Yeah, for sure, okay.
So sometimes you can just cut down the names.
Yeah, for sure. When I do the AKA leaders, a lot of those guys who are AKA insert name. So I do. Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. So Rim Yoi got you right there. As we are coming around, I'm on board right now with Yoi.
Of the grid from XL Rim. So he's
like
going to be holding up the pack and waiting for the restart. So I think he's gone. Yep. Yeah, he is gone.
Retro Riggs, he did get a 5-second penalty for running into the back of somebody's car or causing some kind of collision. I'm not too sure, as we have gone green here live at Singapore.
Oh, Whippy Hill disqualified from session. No.
Oh no.
Way. That was his debut in the Alpha. Oh, unlucky. And I'm gonna commentate here. Obviously, Karma Judge, he's right near Boovy, but I don't think Boovy will be with Karma Judge that longer. He's going to go for it. Oh, that was a squeeze and he didn't make it. Oh, he's going to make it around here though. Yeah, well done, nice move, Judge. And the yellow flag in sector 2, who is that?
Let's head on back. It looks like that it's going to be, yep.
Fradders and Retro Rixie.
Retro Rixie.
Fradders, yep. What is going on? You have been in multiple incidents, and yeah, virtual safety car.
Well, XRL Rim, or should I just say Rim? Oh well, the virtual safety car is down. Never mind. I was going to say he had about a 5.5 second lead on the second place car. All those drivers behind him, though, pretty much packed up, battling it out. But the virtual safety car is going to change things up.
Yeah, this is what annoys me with these guys. They have the potential to be quick, to be clean, to be good. Oh, and the safety car, virtual safety car is gone. But the fact is, people make mistakes, okay? I'm not doubting that. But people make silly mistakes, and it costs people's races. So, and that's XRL Jaleb and Miler time. They've both gone around. That's very unfortunate for all of them. Damien's in 12th. XRL Patriot, you're in the points. Come on. Come on. You're ninth. You're ninth. Keep this going. Come on. Keep this going. Alright. Very close together is Alan and Snake. I'm going to go on board with Alan, see if he's going to make a move. third gear is an optimal choice for that corner, so should be good to go. That's it, and XL Patriot, come on Patriot, you can oh, I just swore, sorry, oops, didn't mean to do that. He's in 8th now. Let me check the detail of how position changes. Oh my god. Oh, no!
Oh no. Yeah, let's go take a look and see what happened. Yeah, it looks like Alan Boothie involved in the altercation. Miller Time going to be able to get by as those cars.
And XL Patriot is in 6th, but he's going to have to pit for me. And I am... What? A drive-through? You weren't speeding? Damn, this game is so messed. But I've personally feel very sorry for your Patriot. You've gone up to 6 and you're going to have to pit and go for a drive-through, so very unlucky there. But, you know, it's racing. Things happen, and you got to accept it, really, and move on.
Yeah, well, you know, the safety car is going to be coming back out once again. Singapore proving to be a difficult track for these XRL drivers, as Rim has proven to be a car to contend with. He has gotten so much of a lead on these other drivers, as it looks like Cartman is going to be able to overtake into second place.
Wow, that's the
and we're just waiting for this.
Yeah, last time as well. I'm sorry, I'm so toxic. Yeah, I mean, Karma Judd has done. I'm not saying he's done. No, he hasn't done poorly. Hockenheim, I don't think that was his. That wasn't a good race for him, but you know, this race could turn out pretty good for him.
Yep, we'll find out here soon. Pace car is on the track once again. We have had caution after caution, unfortunately, as Carp was able to get up into second place before getting up to that caution, that pace car.
Good, right, you're still in the points. Alright, so I am just on the leader, XRL Rem. He's in first, he's going to be chuffed with that. But yeah, you're an American, so you wouldn't know that expression, I don't think, but okay.
What was the expression? I'm sorry.
He'll be chuffed with that.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Yeah, he'll be happy with that. he'll be really happy with it. Just because something happened in a league yesterday, so I think you'll be really pleased with that, and just keep your head up high. With everyone who's watching this, keep your head up high all the time. As me and Patriot were saying before, it's a mentality. Just keep going, keep pushing, even if it's hard. Just keep going. Honestly, it'll be worth it.
Yeah, I totally agree. Watching this pace car. How long is this mother trucker gonna stay on?
It's waiting for most of the grid to come up. What? Oh, you don't like me? I'm joking. Yeah,
let's see.
waiting for the pack to bunch up. I don't think it's.
Yeah, it looks like Damien is the one who's they're waiting on.
Yeah, Damien might if you catch it before it goes in. So,
yeah,
he can be quick. Honestly, he's about my pace, and I'm not the quickest, but you know, I'm not the worst. You know, so he can be quick, and these past couple of races they've not been going well for him. So just keep your head up high, Damien, and try to push through. You know? Just do it. I mean, Fredders has had not a very good race at all. I think he's either been taken out or spun out a couple of times. So just, you know, everyone keep your head up high, and you know, it's Singapore, so anything.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Hopefully this safety car will go off the track soon. It looks like Damien has only gained a second. in this like 2 minutes we've been waiting.
Yeah. And, you know, as I said before...
he must have a problem with his car or something.
Wait, let me check. I'm gonna check if he's got wing damage. No, he's not got wing damage, he's just really slow. No, I didn't mean it like that! Shut up,
Oh my. Well, you are currently watching.
No, he's not.
You are currently watching the XRL
He's trying to catch up, but you know, the saved car is pretty quick. Not gonna lie. It's like, is it going like 100? So, I don't know. But yeah. So saved car is in this lap, and Dunley's not gonna catch up, unfortunately, for him. So yeah, unlucky Damien, but. I'm not mad about Damien not catching up, but you know, oh, Whippy Paul's like, oh wait.
Oh man, yeah, Whippy's
leading
with the 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. Probably trying to catch up as he is 5 seconds behind now. I guess he got the cue.
He's right back.
He's
He's up there.
Yeah, here he comes. Yep, there he goes. He got the cue, and we are about to go green here at Singapore with Cookie getting a 5-second penalty with a severe collision.
I think Snake may have brake checked him, but we're going green now here at Singapore. Woo! Once again.
Yep, only 16 laps to go. The race is almost halfway over.
I'm going to expect that Patriot, see if we can maybe push our fastest cargo, but I do know fastest cargo is very quick, so, and he's trying to get by end of classic now. Oh, I think he made contact. I don't know. Fast cargo did get past end of classic. Well done there, cargo.
Well, it looks like we're getting that lead. There is going to be a wreck with Carp Manja. You're exactly right.
And he's got no wing now, so he's going to have to let people by, or he's going to hold people up, and it's going to be unsportsmanlike. So I'm looking at my George just a little bit too ambitious going for the corner. I think he maybe missed the braking zone. I'm not too sure. No.
Yep.
Okay,
oh man, well...
Thank God that's not a safety car, because I'm sick of the safety car now. I can't even bear to look at it anymore.
No, exactly, I agree. Well, Rim's not going to have the exact lead he wanted like he did before that safety car came out. But he is going to have a 1.2 second lead on Snake, which is... Uh-oh, he is closing in as I speak, as the yellow flag is out near Sector 3. Let's go check and see what happened.
No!
Oh, XRL Patriot has retired from the session. Man, oh man.
What happened? Unlucky, man. Yeah, unlucky, man. Alright, so, thank God that wasn't a safety car. Surprised it actually isn't. But, oh, okay, I just saw that actually, I think maybe I've went into, Joe Nemo there.
Joe Nemo
lost the place, yeah. And I think both of them have got wing damage now, so, I think it was the wing damage as well.
That's very unfortunate for those drivers.
Yeah. Yeah, you had an amazing race, man. 12 positions you got up at the highest. You're in 6. You gotta be proud of that. 6. I don't think I've been 6 in any league race in F1. Well, F1 league racing. So I'll be proud of that, man. I'll really be proud of that. That's the badge that you're gonna keep forever. I got 6th place, but I didn't finish the race. Oh, I rhymed again. I didn't even mean to do that. Alright, so it looks like XRL Rem and Snake are battling out for first. I think both of them are actually... Oh, wait. no wonder Snake's catching up. He's on 8 lap old mediums, and XRL is on 13 lap old hard. So yeah, obviously Snake's going to catch up because he's in a quicker tyre. And Joe Numa has pitted for the incident with Yohi, and yeah.
Well, you know, it's almost a battle between Miller Time, Rim, and Snake now. These three drivers, including Fiend, he's catching up as well. We're about to have a 4-car battle for first.
I mean, Remixo, as his old game attack, or XR runners, you know, he's doing very well to defend Snake, especially on those 13 lap old hards. And he is a very solid driver. Honestly, he's pretty solid. He's good at nearly everything. Obviously, he's not as quick as some people. What has happened? Let me see. Oh no, I didn't see anything. It's probably a spin or something.
Oh no, there was almost a collision right there between Snake and Rim, as Rim was trying to hold off Snake to that first place position. They're stacked up now, back in the bow as they come around that corner. Uh-oh. This is going to be some good racing.
Yeah, good racing for first as well. Usually the person who is first, you know, is away with it, like we had in Monza with EK Sam. But it's not like that here. You know, the track is long, the track is demanding, so you know, anything could happen. And especially on those 14.
No, you're exactly right. It's still, you know, anyone's race. If we do get the safety car out again, it's going to stack them up, and we're not going to be seeing these leads like we do, as we have a yellow flag in Sector 2. I'm not too sure what happened. I'm not seeing any lead changes quite yet. Oh! Rim and Snake still battling him out. Snake was trying to catch it, but Rim's got it on tap. Snake looking to the outside. Let's go on board with him.
Snake is pushing really hard now to get that first.
But Rim is pushing right back. He's making sure he is not a force to be reckoned with. Or he is a force to be reckoned with. What am I saying? And Miller Time is right there as well. He is losing it just a little bit, as I feel like Snake is getting a little bit more aggressive, adrenaline pumping, as he is trying to get into first. And you know he has got Rim shaking in his boots.
I think Rem is going to be really, he's going to be shitting himself, basically, because he's on them. He's going to check his pants. Oh, I've got to go in the shower now. But yeah, I would be as well. I mean, he's on hards. Hards are so slow compared to, well, around this track, they're so slow compared to mediums. So he's doing very well to defend off Snake, and they are basically gearbox to front wing around every part of the circuit, and he's got to hold him off for quite a while now. So it could be quite a while till we see an overtake.
Well, 12 laps to go. Some of these drivers need to make sure they are cutting those corners just like they need to get the time. Get up with the front drivers. As I go back, it looks like Stumpy Steam has gotten around Retro Rixie as we have a yellow flag in Sector 1.
I think that was just a Stumpy Steam and Retro Rixie. Retro Rixie might have broke a bit later to make Stumpy Steam go around and a bit slower on the exit, but fastest cargo. That wasn't a good call to go on the soft. The softs are they're going to be 50% at least by now. So, you know, that for me personally, that was not a good call for him. But you know, he could be managing them tyres really well. I don't really know. So it's just whatever works for you. And Alan is right on the back of him, so he's got to watch out for him. And Alan is you know what? Go for it.
No, come on in.
Come on, get in here.
Man, Snake is still not letting up, but Rim is gaining on him. He's now half a second ahead. Miller time just behind Snake with only 0.2 of a second in between these drivers. He's gained just a little bit. Let's go back on board with Snake and see just... Oh, see, right there, he is going to...
Come on, man.
He's going to cut that corner pretty darn hard as Retro Rinksy looks like he's getting a 30-second penalty as we have a yellow flag.
Retired from the session.
Yep, he is gone. Retro Rinksy, a driver I was talking about earlier. We saw a lot from...
Bridge. Just how you did, I think.
Saw a lot from him.
Going on to Johnny. Yeah, he's binned it where you binned it. Exactly where you binned it, actually.
Yeah, that's a tricky little corner to get right. You've got to nail that braking zone to within about 5 to 10 meters, especially coming in there full throttle, or you're never gonna hit that.
Oh yeah, and yeah, go on, Alonso. What were you saying?
I was just gonna say it looks like Damien got a 3-second penalty for multiple warnings for corner cutting. And so, even though he is at the back of the pack, it's pretty much going to set him out of the race. Definitely.
Yeah, this has not been Damien's race at all. It's not in his race at all. He's been very unlucky. He's had the pace, but just couldn't execute. He's been in a lot of incidents. And
man!
Yeah, Alan and Yoki have got.
Alan
have gone around. Yeah.
This has just been an absolute yellow flag infested race today.
Yeah, I am sick of Singapore. I'm never touching this track ever again after this. Seriously, I'm not.
Yeah, one of the hardest turns is
joking.
right here when you go under that bridge into that tunnel. Man, if you are not just right on the brakes and the driver behind you. What are we seeing?
John Newman's going to go into 10th. Great result, scoring points for the Red Bull there. And Miler time goes into the pits. He's had great pace in qualifying and in the race as well. So he's going to be pitting maybe for his 2 old movements.
Fastest car getting a 3-second penalty as well.
Looks like Snake came a little bit sideways coming into the exit of sector 2. It looks like his back end might have snapped out on him very briefly.
That's what I've realised in these cars around here. You've got to put not like sever the throttle, but you can't slam it down, otherwise your car's going to go sideways. And if you don't save it, then yeah, you're gonna DNF. So.
Well, one thing I found that kind of helps a little bit, especially on exit to some of these turns, is completely locking your rear diff. I apologize, completely locking your off throttle differential tends to help avoid some of that rear end snap in some of these turns.
I didn't know that. That's good information.
I mean, at least for me, the way I drive it does.
Yeah, I mean, everyone has different drive styles, obviously. Otherwise, everyone would be a bit boring, wouldn't they? XRL Rem doing a fantastic job defending Snake. 10 laps to go. Only 10 more laps, Ryan. Come on, we can do this. And Damien has messed up and he's got no wing left.
Man, that is unfortunate once again.
It's not been his race at all. I feel sorry for him, honestly.
He should drive for Team Red Bull. After all, they gave you wings.
Oh my lord.
Your joke was terrible. No, right.
Sorry, target of opportunity. I was just winging it there.
I was commentating the Q1 and all I hear is and then I start laughing and then everyone on the stream thinks I'm a psycho.
Well, it's because you are a psycho.
Whoa, that is absolute damn right out of order, that.
Oh, and Alan getting a time penalty as well for multiple warnings.
My game's crashed.